Well, today I'm going to talk about my social media strategy, which combines AI avatars and mostly everything is AI. I'm a lazy person. I don't want to be doing things that I don't have time to do. The process starts, I have a list of topics, the spreadsheet of ideas that I want to create videos for. And generally have a list of notes as well. So once I have those notes, I put them into a script writer, and it will write like a compelling 7 minutes video for YouTube. And then what I do is I start doing a walkthrough. So for that, I use the script to record the screen and to record my face, right? Now, what I like about the script, which is a couple of things. First of all, it's a text-based writer, text-based editing. That is to say that if I can edit the text and it will edit the video, right? So it's like really for dummies. I know how to edit video in real life, but I'm really bad, and it takes me a lot of time. So this is like for dummies. Okay, I just edit the text and it will edit for you. Also, it has some AI functions, features that are really good. For example, if instead of saying AI, I say I made a mistake, and I say it in Spanish, I could regenerate the voice. So instead of doing the shot again, I can regenerate the voice, and that is pretty convenient. You also have this underdog thing that you can edit for clarity. You can remove the filler words, retakes, shorten word gaps, and also create like the title, meta description chapters for YouTube. Also, you have the eye contact thing that sometimes it works and sometimes it makes you look incredibly weird. So those are the 3 or 4 features that I use for AI from the AI thing here. Now, so yeah, this is pretty self-explanatory. Here you see how some of the AI editing is going through my text. I mean, when I record the video, I look like this, right? Daily, everyday Victoria. But I can look better. So what I do is I replace the original video that is here with an AI avatar, right? And how do I do this? I export the audio and I import the audio into my avatar. My avatar is here. This is the one for this month. I don't need it to be like horizontal because it's just like, the little circle. So what I can do is I export the audio of here, and then I can create with AI Studio. What you can do, there are many AI avatars out there, companies out there, but what I like about this is that you can import your own audio. Not all of them let you import your own audio. So here, if you go to download script to upload, right here, add recording, you can upload your audio. So it will upload the audio of the walkthrough. And here is the last one of mine. Last time I used it, I did this one. What we're going to get here is a 6-minute video of me looking more presentable than I look now here. And I analyzed more than 205 hours. Very articulate. Then I replace this real person with the optimized person. Yeah. And I do this because it saves me a lot of time. If I don't look good on video, I'm not going to record video. Today is an exception just for you guys. So I don't have any encouragement to do video at all. So that's what is working better for me. After we have this main video, we are going to export it, right? We can export to YouTube directly, and also Underlord to do the titles and meta description. The video comes up with all of those things, and the chapters, which are really annoying to do manually, I think. And this is the main, asset of my process, right? So this is the most consuming asset. And then what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to chop it down to create shorts, and I'm going to do a couple of parasites for SEO and money robots and all of that things. Something that is going to be quite useful for you is that most of you will be able to clone your voice on 11 Labs, right? I cannot clone my voice in 11 Labs. I have talked to the help desk many times because it wasn't created for people who speak a second language. That's the most realistic explanation I have been given so far. That's why I have to do the voiceovers of all of my videos. In your case, if you wanted to do an avatar without doing voiceover, it will be much easier for you, right? You can do that on HeyGen directly, but the quality is much better if you do it with 11 Labs. Now, the thing that gives an avatar away is the voice, because a voice avatar is always very monotone, right? It's not doing the variations that a human do. And I think that now YouTube is sort of restricting those ones that have AI voice, the videos that have AI voices. So yeah, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that I cannot clone my voice, but so far is what I have been able to do. So we are in this part of the process. We have finished our video. Actually, no, we haven't finished the video. We have to do a thumbnail, right? So in order to do a thumbnail like this, what I use is FAL AI, which probably some of you are familiar with this. And FAL AI is similar. We train FAL on our face. So where are the last ones I used? Also, FAL is such a mess. I mean, it's made for developers. So let me see, where is my training model here? View all. No, it's very clear that I only use one option in FAL. And it's always the same option. Now, where is my option? Here, Laura Flux. Laura Flux, what we see, I have trained this on myself. So I'm going to show you Pato, Victoria, run inference, what this shows. So I have trained this one on myself, so it can generate images as if it was me with the power of AI. I mostly use AI to do this useless stuff without any commercial value. But yeah, it's part of the experiment. So the way that I created this image is with FAL AI. And yeah, it takes you short, less than actually do the real thing. Nobody wants to do the real thing. HeyGen is not the only platform for avatars. You can also use Captions AI, which is cheaper, but it only allows you to do 60 seconds or 90 seconds, right? So yeah, it looks better, like more sort of professional, I think. Now we have our video live, right? Live on YouTube. And what do SEO people do? Parasites. We're gonna take that video and we're gonna put it in different formats. Blog, LinkedIn article, Medium article, Twitter article, because I have the paid subscription, bragging, and because I work with a lot of crypto and Web3 clients that love Twitter. I know that most human beings don't hang out there, but you know, it's important for that. And then a newsletter. So how the way that this works is that it goes to a make.com automation and the video comes in here, and then we start transcribing them. It pulls the transcript, then it creates a blog, a title and meta description. I know that you can generate everything on the same module and then extract titles and meta description with parsing, but I'm not as smart as to do that. So I put different modules for different things I need. So then we need to format it, and then it goes to the blog draft that goes directly into my blog, right? And then I can review that if I want, or I can just, press publish. One cool thing is that it brings the thumbnail from the video. So that is pretty cool. And then it will do rewrites for Medium, LinkedIn, Twitter, the newsletter, and it will either leave it as a draft if it's possible, or publish it or put it into a Google Doc. Twitter has Twitter and make.com don't have an integration anymore, so that's why I have to push it into this. For LinkedIn, it's published it directly. For the newsletter, it just goes and saves it as a draft in the platform I'm using, which is Brevo, which is a CRM platform, and then it updates all of the rows saying, okay, here is the link of each thing, right? That is I think this one is pretty straightforward. But when I do things for myself, I want to think they are simpler. Maybe you see this and you say, no, this is not simple at all. But it's fine. Some things only make sense in my mind. If I was going to sell this to a client, again, yes, it would have some sort of manual input as well. Here, we only trigger is the new YouTube video, so probably I would change it a little bit if somebody else had to operate this. So, great. We are here. We have all of our parasites and everything very nicely. And then we go to the part that requires work. So if you want daily shorts, you have to create those daily shorts, right? And our platform, the script, has an option where you can tell it to create daily shorts, but it doesn't have an option to publish those shorts into different platforms. So what I do is I go to another platform, which is Opus AI, which I think several of you use it here. And Opus allows you to do the shorts. And sometimes, so it brings the video automatically and it will show you a score. The important thing, obviously, you can re-edit this, and it's text editing like the one that we saw before with the script. So you can edit like a dummy. And then there are some effects or stuff like that, which I don't use. And then the important thing here is that you can post into everything: Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube Shorts, right? So, and you choose when you are gonna do any of these things. Now, the problem with Opus is that this text that gives you this copy is horrendous. So because I don't like this copy, I use my own GPTs to create the copy for this part, right? I have one that is trained on LinkedIn, which I like pretty much. And I copy basically this. I copy this into, can I do this? Yeah, great. So if I go to my Victoria LinkedIn thing, post about this, great. This is not the text, that's keyword research. So give me 1 second and we will try to copy again. And why is not copying? Let me go into the editing mode. So I would copy this. Anyway, new post. So because it's already trained on what I like, it's very easy to sort of operate. And it will create a new post. And here, this has been trained with my material, with my favorite LinkedIn post, and also it has the most popular post for LinkedIn. It has templates, so it looks way better than I could do in a long. Yeah, I used to take 30 minutes to do this, and now it's done automatically. So we do one for each of these, for each of the ones that we want to publish, right? We want to do one for each of these. And this is the part that I'm going to outsource soon because I don't like doing it very much. And it's the part that for me is the biggest bottleneck. So this is going to be, outsourced with a VA soon. This is the only part of the process that is outsourced. The rest is pretty automated, as I have just showed you. So this is the main process, right? To show that you are working on your personal brand. Now, I understand that this is a lot of work, right? So what I'm doing right now is I'm also experimenting with other forms of social media methods, which are more impersonal, right? It's not your idea and then you did things with your idea, and AI only repurpose. What I'm doing at the moment, I'm testing this one. And what this does is this one scrapes Twitter based on a keyword, and it brings you the top or the latest post. So when it's scraped, it's gonna tell you all of the what made it viral, the likes, the retweets, the replies. So it extracts the content of these posts that are already the most popular posts of a certain category. And then what I have created is this AI content generator where you are every popular post will be commented by me, and I'm gonna create my own angle of that tweet that already worked, right? So instead of trying to think what will work, we see what is working, and then we iterate and we just copy that, but with your voice. So here it generates the comment for this original post, and then it generates my angle. And then I can tell it if I want to publish this or not. And if it yes, it will publish it set up to 3 times a day. So it will pick up the last one and it will say published, and it will continue to the others. So yeah, if this is triggered every day, and I just have to say if I like it or not, and then it will start replying and posting stuff automatically. Right here is the Twitter publishing part of this equation. So that's another way, obviously, to close this. I mean, there are many ways to create social media content, right? These are two of the current ways that I'm using. One looks like more professional, and the other one is just copying some other people. Cool. Any questions so far?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Do you find with crypto and stuff that X is responding nicely to your videos?
No, X. So X is the social media where I spend the least time. That's why it's the first one I'm trying to automate completely, so I don't even have to be there. Maybe I don't. I mean, this is a fairly new process, so I don't have numbers yet for this.
Oh, okay.
But I have followers, but then I don't do the work. I don't go there. I don't say things. So on LinkedIn, I have more results, more buzz. I'm more popular because I spend more time there.
What's the impact? What have you noticed a big difference?
So in the social media that I have noticed the most difference is in my comedy Instagram, because I spend again a lot of time there wasting my life. That's where I started implementing avatars first. Most of my automation processes and AI processes, first I do it for comedy, for jokes. And actually, I have this video. So for example, this one is also
see what the US is doing to the US.
It's also a clone.
The US, put in the US.
And this has 300,000.
The tyranny of the US.
300,000 views, a lot of hate comments. A lot of people telling me to leave the US if I don't like it. I'm not even there. So, it was also released on the 4th of July. But I don't know. But this is the account that I have the most followers. So also, most of the AI videos I have done with comedy tend to perform the same as normal videos. Actually, this one that I'm talking to the camera is performing better than the lo-fi ones. Lo-fi are the ones that it's just me on a random stage. It's not TV quality. TV quality tends to perform better. See, this is not TV quality. I don't think it will perform. These are TV quality. Something in red, shooting 9 cameras in an auditorium that looks important enough. This will always perform better than this. So what I have done is to lip sync these clips into this image. And I'm going to show you. So this one is a new joke. It's a new joke, so new audio, but the image are high fidelity images. So I use old video to put new jokes. So here, this video.
For 8 years, the first 5, I thought that how are you was an actual question.
So this is, again, something taken from another venue, from this venue, actually. This video, yeah, it's the same. Here it is.
The first part, I thought that how are you was an actual question.
So it's same video, but these people like it more because people like things that already look important. They don't actually like your jokes. So I'm sort of also trying those things. And that happens in Sync. So this platform, you have free credits and you can do that. You can change obviously there was a lot of trial and error here. Not all of the generations work, but yeah, there were some successful attempts on there. So lip sync performs the same as normal videos. Yeah, besides this, I think that another topic I would like to talk about is the fact that you could clone other people with captions. But again, with captions, you only can do up to 60 seconds or 90 seconds. So, and sometimes it allows you and sometimes it doesn't. because if it's a very if it's a very well-known figure, you cannot clone. This is why my character of Keir Starmer is a Muppet and not real Keir Starmer, because I haven't been able to copy real Keir Starmer. But yeah, I have one clone of Stephen Bartlett, which is pretty realistic, I would say. The one that I have of him, it's here. Do I have it in shorts? Yeah, here it's Stephen Bartlett. So this one was created with
Victoria, my team contacted you about delivering an AI training. You prepped
So
everything,
this-
just waited to sign the NDA and then we cancelled.
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. I only did this because his team contacted me and then ghosted me to do an AI training. So don't do that with me, and I will behave with you. And yeah, so you can clone other people. Don't do bad things with this. Oh, here in Captions AI, something that is really, really cool is you can do AI editing of these short videos, and some of them are very good. So, for example, so all of the videos of Keir Starmer, like all of these, is done automatically with Captions AI edit mode. So it does the captions, obviously, but it also do these effects that you see, and it brings images, and it does things that are pretty cool, which I think for a short video. So, and this avatar was created again with HeyGen. That HeyGen has, it's called Avatar 4. You give it the image, and it creates. This one, you give it an image. So I took the images from Fal AI, where I look like somebody that works in the US government, and then you give it the audio and it will create something like this.
If the US could see what the US is doing to the US could invade the US to liberate the US from the tyranny of the US.
So that is how these ones of Keir Starmer are made, and then they go into editing to Captions AI. So yeah, I think those are all of my secrets for today.
Very nice. Although I know most people are going, oh, hell no, am I doing all that work?
How do I do this for the local plumber I have as a client without doing
So-
this? Like, what's the, and maybe that dovetails into what Darren actually does, but
Well,
Or
that
maybe
was
not.
kind of, yeah, it was kind of what my idea was going to be for, adding the touch of how it can be used in a local space. Because what I run into a lot is, a lot of these businesses don't want to do the, videos and photos and all this kind of shit. And it's a pain in the ass to try and get content for them. And nobody wants to see just a Canva, static image of their brand. They're not really interesting. So I would think that I would definitely use that, clone the business owner or sales guy's freaking face and come up with a script for something simple and explaining the service type of thing. But it's gotta have a hook, and it's gotta have all that kind of stuff. But that's what I was thinking about using it for, because I have a couple clients that just don't have the time as well to make videos and all that kind of stuff. Or they have like stock videos, so you can throw it in the back and then have somebody talk through it, but actually has a voice or a face of the business.
Yeah, I think that if you clone them with HeyGen and then do the AI editing with captions, I think that would be like a quite powerful and sort of aesthetic output. Also, when you have if you see the clone talking all the time, you realize it's a clone. So if you have all of these animations, all of these different captions that come up and things in the background, it's easier that this passes as a normal video.
Yeah. I mean, for a local business, it needs to be kind of quick, unless you're going to do something that's totally separate, where you're doing a whole comedy routine or something that's funny, and then at the end, it's like, here's my business. You know what I mean? So I would think that it would be kind of short if you're going to do like reels, right? To get more traction that way, more traffic. So, but you would offer Victoria a certain amount of money to buy your system.
You should definitely. The e-commerce one, guys.
You know what I mean? You're like, I eat a lot of stuff from a butcher, so I want to know what's going on in the background. So I think people are nosy. So you've always got to remember, it might be boring, but I still think that kind of angle works. People are just always want to know what's going on under the hood.
Besides that, even if if people don't want to be on camera, I mean, maybe it's the cheapest replacement, but you can use all of these platforms have library of avatars. You don't need the actual owner talking about it. You can have a avatar as a brand representative. Again, maybe not ideal, but if you don't want, if that is the only option, well, it's already there and it costs absolutely nothing. And second, for Darren, if they don't have image or videos, or the images are too shit, you can combine images on Fal AI. So if you have one photo of a van, you can create a video from that, and you can even create video from video. You have like 100 image and video models there that allows you to pick up things that you have to create new things. So yeah, I think that's quite interesting when you don't have the actual footage.
Yeah, could you get like just his headshot and then use HeyGen to do the videos, and then even kind of like Victoria's video, if they just get their cell phone and record some of their jobs, and then have the AI look at the video, transcribe what's going on, and then have the owner's avatar do the words. That would be interesting. Especially, I mean, I don't know specifically about like a plumber, but for like your concrete guy, they have those commercials all the time with what's his face just goes down into the crawl space and there's like, this is what they're doing. This is great. You need to call the company. Just that kind of stuff. Like I would think with like the stuff that Victoria's doing, right?
Well, now that you have like ChatGPT and things like that, it's very good. It's very easy to come up with ideas. I mean, you're talking about, massive marketing companies back in the day created all these stories and funny stories and things like that. You had your commercials, right? Well, you can do all that shit just in ChatGPT is, tell it to make something funny, some funny story. And then you're basically putting that into your prompt to create something like that. I mean, it's so much easier than it was before, right? I mean, you have all the production from before. So now you can kind of do that. If it's a plumber, I mean, you make the toilet fucking blow up, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like it's got, the whole point is the principle behind advertising, right? Which is you got to hook them in. Otherwise they're just scrolling past. That's why all these like touch points have increased from like 6 to 7 times for a customer to now like 18 to 19 before they actually fucking call you. Right. So, and you're competing a lot more. There's a lot more companies doing the same thing. And if you want the big money, it's going to be in the bigger cities. Right. So
you could also start from, if you want a funny video of plumbing, start from the hashtag funny, or start from plumbing and see what's ranking there. And then what are the most popular videos, take the script and rewrite. That is the next iteration that I'm going to be working with the same format as the Twitter automation. It will scrape Instagram and do the same thing for you to create your version, extract the script and create your version of this.
Yeah, that's what the faceless video people tell you. It's like, look at what's ranked. It's just like SEO. Look at what's ranking, duplicate it, steal it, flip it, rub it down. Oh,
yeah.
No one's going to get that reference because I'm older.
Also in Fal, you have special effects as well. So you in VO3 as well, but in Fal you can make it a special effect out of a photo you already have or a video you already have. So that is pretty